ASTS, that's that rocket company, right? Yeah, I mean, obviously this went on a massive run back here like August. Um, and it's bounced really strong now. This looks like it hasn't gotten hit as bad with the market coming down. But yeah, I don't know. You're gonna run into a lot of resistance here around like 25 to 23. Honestly, anywhere in that zone there, this could struggle. But we break through 25, that could really start a recovery on this. This is not much of a stock that's going to get affected so much by um, what the overall market's doing. I think it's going to get more affected by stock specific news. So I would just pay close attention to its news specifically. Money Monkey, SMCI, really strong bounce as well. I have this zone here. Anytime we've come into this zone, we've seen a pretty nice bounce. So this $35 level looks like a pretty solid resistance, Skinny Penny. So a break through that, could get this back up maybe, I don't know, 38.40, back up in this area. But again, I like to wait for news on SMCI if I'm going to trade it, not so much technicals. Yeah, guys, look at this. I mean, Amazon just hit 186. Let me go on a smaller time frame here. I mean, Amazon is just ripping here into the open, but so is the overall market. Tesla, kind of the same thing. Meta, Google. This makes me worried to go long here anytime soon, right off the open. So let's just see what happens. Again, guys, I'm going to be very careful here. Oh, good. See, guys, I think if we make a legitimate deal with China and the tariff stuff is over with them specifically, that could really cause a heavy buy flow to come into the market. But who knows? Yeah, that'd be huge. I think that would recover us extremely fast. Nice. Yeah, I bought some pretty good amount of equities yesterday. So I'm happy right now. I still got some cash on the side though for the last little bit. All right, here we go. 5 seconds, guys. Yeah, NVIDIA is super strong here as well. Everything popped. All right, we are open. Not going to chase any sort of strength right off the open here, guys. So let's be careful. Let's be smart. No reason to FOMO into this stuff. I don't see NVIDIA dumping right here. Are you sure you're watching NVIDIA, Charlie? Amazon pulled back a little bit. NVIDIA is actually one of the only ones with the green candle here off the open. Amazon just pulled back. So Amazon, which is to me one of the strongest ones here, is pulling back off the open. Tesla green, yeah, Tesla's moving nice. I mean, Tesla's up 5%, guys. NVIDIA is almost up 6%, even on this little pullback here. Amazon's up 5% as well. Amazon's pulling back though still. Meta still pulling back as well. There's NVIDIA starting to pull back a little bit. Yeah, I don't trust much. Tesla, though, is really moving well. This thing is strong. Right here at 250. 250 was a pretty solid support level that we broke. So This is going to obviously be resistance now. So I'm not just going to chase anything blindly here to start the day. Something like, honestly, what I'd be looking for more so is to see if like something like Amazon, which to me was really strong, to see if this can kind of base out here and get back above 185. I'd consider maybe trading the high of the day on that. Tesla's still moving really well. Apple decently strong. Amazon to me looks like the weakest now. Like I said, the bigger the pop, the bigger the drop can be on this. People just took profits on that like crazy. Be smart though. Be smart. Spy came into 520 here. Let's see if they hold that as support or not. I mean, we're getting $1, $2, $3 moves on SPY like it's nothing. It's just crazy. So I would think most y'all remember that crazy pop yesterday when we just started like skyrocketing on that fake news that came out of the White House. It was either 1.6 or 2.6 trillion dollars was added to the market and then taken right back out, in less than 10 minutes on that news. I mean, that's insane. Tesla's still holding up pretty well. Meta went through the tie of the day. Interested to see what Amazon's going to do here. I'm just to be prepared in case I do want to do something here. I'm going to load up the 190 calls for this week on Amazon. Just to see if we get some crazy strength here back into the high of the day. I'd consider scalping that very quickly with very light size. Yeah, Tesla's so expensive. Was it really, Kenny Penny? I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, didn't we break history on the 3 consecutive 5% plus drop days? I think that had never happened before. So we all witnessed history together. If Amazon drops to the low of the day, I don't care. And again, I'm not getting into Amazon calls right now. I'm just getting them ready to go in case I do. Mark is trying to push up for high of the day. And NQ SPY is still kind of holding 520 here. So if SPY gives up 520, it may drop. But if it holds here and bounces, I'm going to be looking for some strength here on Amazon because this to me was one of the strongest names yesterday and this morning. Yeah, 100%. Never blindly trust anyone. Remember, I'm up here voicing what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. That doesn't mean anything. I don't know anything either, guys. Remember that. Nobody knows anything. Kind of rejected VWAP there. Could easily see this dropping right back down. The video is still holding up decently well. A little bit of rejection there at 105. Market starting to drop. SPY just gave up 520, so that could drop some more. I'm happy to play the downside too. I want to be very careful on what we do here because there's been a lot of strength, and especially if Trump can come to a deal with China, guys, I think that's going to freaking blow up the market and just rip it higher if that news does come out. So I don't want to be super involved in trades for a long time. I don't think China can survive without us, so I do think they're going to want to come to an agreement, and I'm not sure that they want to go to war. 11K. Okay, Lee. That was you made that on the spy puts just now? Amazon still dropping through low of the day. Tesla made a low of the day. Nvidia kind of making a low of the day. Nice, Fergie. Would you hold Nvidia calls over the night? Casual 100%. I love it. Great job. A little bit of a bounce here on futures and SPY. Let's see if they can hold it. Nvidia giving up 103. Tesla 243. Dang. Fergie over here killing it. Still seeing selling pressure across the board here. Starting to bounce here a little bit. Amazon still coming down to 180. Yeah, we could see everything pull back here, especially if these gaps start getting just ripped. So it doesn't mean I'm buying puts just right now blindly, but I will be interested in some downside plays if things line up here. I just want to give the market a little bit of time to breathe and see what it wants to do here off the open. Seeing a little bounce here on SPY back to 520, just kind of retesting that, but really nice rejection there. So if we continue to reject that, we could quickly see a low of the day. Even the SPY contracts are expensive, 94% IV. Yeah, I mean, kinda. Amazon to me seems the weakest now. SPY coming in for another low of the day. I may even do something that I never do and trade SPY. If we get back above 520 with some strength, we might see a high of the day there. But if we continue to reject at this area, and we get a solid new low break, yeah, maybe I am getting a little FOMO. We'll see. I don't know that I want to go so far out of the money on these things, but I don't know. Fun chat. I typically just use SPY as more of a tool for me to see how the market's moving. And I also I'm not a huge fan of trading zero DTEs constantly. Yeah, maybe so. We'll see. We'll see. To me, none of the stocks are moving clean, super clean for me. So closed above 520 there, just quickly rejecting though on SPY. A lot of the stocks pulled back, so if they all bounce, that could help bounce SPY as well. Getting bought up back above 520. See if they can reject it here, if they can hold it above. Yeah, they've really, really got to push this thing to get it up there. Bought it back up over 520. And let me pull SPY up on the main screen here. We're above VWAP as well. NVIDIA getting bought up, Tesla getting bought up, Apple getting bought up. If we kind of get up in this area here, 521, 521 and a half, and just I can start seeing some big rejections like we saw earlier here, I might try some puts. Probably like the 505 puts though, because they're cheap. Still rejecting here at 520 a little bit. NQ still pushing. SPY is still just fighting here at 520. We now kind of have our opening range here, guys. So if we break low of the day or we break high of the day, that could send us in that direction. I think this move is honestly, even though it's still a 4-point range on SPY, I think there's a much bigger move at some point. News-wise today, we don't really have much, but tomorrow we have FOMC minutes. So that's good. We don't need to worry too much about any sort of news coming out today. Let's see if I can get some rejections up here. NQ high of the day. Very quick pop here. That hit my and hit that bubble right on the dot here. So let's see if we get any sort of rejections. Let's see, these 505 puts are only 80 cents. may even just try it. I don't know. Also feels like I'm just trying to force a trade for no reason. Kind of a low volume bounce here on SPY. I mean, granted, this was like the opening 5 minutes over here. It's a pretty low volume move back up here to the upside. So we'll see. You know, we kind of have this uptrend. If this gets taken out, we break back under 520. I think that's when we can maybe slip up. NVIDIA going for its high of the day. Tesla's still not really showing a ton of strength here. SPY's starting to slow down right through that bubble up, guys. So let's see how that plays out. A break through the high of the day, or honestly, a break through just 522 in general. Could maybe send us to 525, but I think we're going to come back down. Considering how low the volume was on that pop. Yeah, look at that. Right back to 520. Let's see if that breaks. NVIDIA rejected off 105 as well. Tesla starting to drop pretty aggressively. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Gio, that's probably smart. This is all just craziness. Then when buy SPY puts up there. Another balance right back above 520. A major rejection here would be solid. Yeah, look at that. Sellers came in and popped that right back down off 520. Enough pressure here to move the buyers out of the way. This could just get crushed here. Look at that, though. I mean, I drew this. I drew this when we were still right over here, and it hit it perfectly. John's inputs, it looks like. Another great rejection off 520, guys. This doesn't look like a terrible setup for some new lows. Look at that rejection again. Look at the selling pressure here. I'm going to flip to a 2-minute chart. Still battling it out here at 520. Just not seeing anything that really I love. But the video is trying to come back up to 105. I don't want anyone to get hurt in this chop here. Close that 2-minute back above 520. NVIDIA is starting to go. What does this wall look like here at NVIDIA? We may have to switch quickly. $105's got a really nice wall, guys. Let me see what these 105 puts look like. Not terrible. I may go with the 110s. I'm going to load up the 110 calls here on NVIDIA. This might be quick, though. Market's trying to push. If we can see high day on SPY and kind of break out there, and it lines up here with NVIDIA, I'd be happy with this. If I try this, though, it's going to be really small size. SPY trying to push here. All right, I'm in small on NVIDIA. Looking for just a quick pop to the high of the day. That's it. Very, very small size. I'm looking for some lunch money here. Got filled at 235. Rejection on SPY. 104 will be my stop loss here. Just right under these candles. I like the way that SPY was moving, but we rejected right off the high of the day. It's trying to push back up here again. I don't like these rejections on futures. I wanted them to break through there. They look so strong there for a second. But really tight stop loss, very low risk. I'm not mad at this trade. That wall is there's a huge wall there at 105. Let's see if I can get a screenshot of it. It keeps moving away from me. There it is. Look at that. No, I have NVIDIA calls. I have the 110 calls right now, Gio. Market's starting to reject kind of hard here. NVIDIA's starting to hold up. Here we go. I'm green now. Come on. Break through that high. I'm going to sell a little bit break even here just to take some risk off, though. Other than that, I'm going to stick to my stop loss. These contracts are just kind of moving weird. I don't know what's going on with them. That IV is coming down. It's probably the issue. Another rejection there. SPY kind of rejecting. This is holding up, though, nicely. I think if we can just get a little push here through 105, I think we see that pop. And I'm literally just looking to take profits right up here, guys. I'm not looking for a big move. Just a quick pop. That's all I'm looking for. Almost there. High day 104.87. These have kind of lost value, though, which I don't like to see. Almost there. Nice new high of the day. 5 cents, 4 cents away. 2. Get ready to sell on this break. These contracts have just lost value. It's terrible. See if we can get this pop here. 3 cents. Wall's big. I don't like seeing rejections like that. 1 cent away. Market rejecting too. Man, I thought that was it right there. It's kind of where I wanted it. If SPY and NQ just roll right back over here, they're going to drop this. So I'm only down 2 cents a contract. Manage your own risk. I mean, I already sold some break even just to kind of take a little bit of risk off. I don't like how we didn't break there. SPY in Q rejecting. Everything looks like it's about to roll over, unfortunately. Nice buy up there for the most part. These contracts, they've just lost value. Maybe the 110s are just too far out of the money on a day like today. I didn't think they'd get affected as much as they did, though. Beautiful buy up there. Look at that. Red to green candle. Come on, breakthrough here. SPY's right at its high of the day. It broke 522, broke 105, and just straight rejected it. I might just cut this trade. SPY is moving. NQ's moving. Still have this small position here just because futures just ripped. I want to see NVIDIA, see if it has one more shot. That was a big wall. So that means there was a lot of supply there that we do need to eat up. But futures are just absolutely flying here. So I'm not going to give this a whole lot more time. Yeah, futures are ripping here. This is not. I'm trimming this down. I have one contract left. That was garbage. Look how something to point out though, guys, is look at something like Meta. This chop is just killing contracts here. Honestly, Tesla too. I mean, these aren't moving a ton, which is just destroying these oof. The video ended up doing. Came back down. SPY kind of retesting that original high of the day that we broke. I hope Cloudy Bear made it out. Looks like he did. Nice, Duck. Look at that. Wow, look at that NVIDIA buy up right there. About to break back through 105 if the market doesn't reject too hard right here. Still think there's a bigger move here on NVIDIA, but I'm surprised it didn't move any further there after that break. Just kind of retesting here on things, so we could easily just fall right back in. But I don't know. I feel like NVIDIA still just hasn't really given up on that high of the day yet. Got to get it through this zone here. Some strength. That's a really great candle, though, on the 2-minute chart. But I'm going to have to see. Even the 5-minute looks great. Kind of just a flat top breakthrough. Come on. I know you want it. Market kind of pulling back in. NVIDIA's holding up really well. IV's definitely come down because these contracts have lost value. Broke through 105. See if this can get going here. Not really. Look at that. I mean, I bought these contracts for 235 around 104.65, 104.70. We're above 105 now, and they're the same price. Just because it stalled out. Market's pushing new high day on SPY coming in, new high day on NQ coming in as well. Now NVIDIA is starting to get going here. There it is. There we go, 105.50. I'm going to sell there. That last little one. Basically just small green on that trade. Whatever. These contracts are just awful moving. Might be some more room on that. Yeah. I don't know. That was kind of a weird move, but ended up working a little bit. These contracts are just continuously losing value, though. I mean, they're just not holding value at all. All right, screw that trade. Tesla's trying to make its way back up. Nasdaq rally, we're up 4% now, guys. That's insane. What's I know AVGO, they did a $10 billion share buyback. This actually looks like a nice little setup here. So yeah, they gapped up pretty nicely. For the breakthrough, its high of the day. Yeah. Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, to me, that was just a very, I mean, I get losing value a little bit on calls that are $5 out of the money, but they lost value really fast. Farouk, have you been buying anything down here? I mean, shoot, you were saying SPY 500 a while ago, and you finally got it. So I hope you took advantage of it. Good. I'll show you guys my longer term one. I don't like saying portfolio because I feel like that's like ridiculous, but at least for my kind of money. But this is what I'm sitting at right now with $1,000 in cash still left. Don't we all, Farouk? But I'm never gonna be mad at more. Yeah. I'm definitely a lucky one in college, but could be better. Yeah, position is how many shares I have. So 10 Teslas, 22 Nvidias, 6 Googles, 6 Amazon. No, she couldn't have been more rude to me. So roommate Rich. He's gonna have plenty when he graduates college. He's kind of a trust fund boy, so he's gonna be just fine. Yeah, yeah. That's this family's ranch. If y'all want to look it up. Yeah, maybe so, Farouk. Amazon's made a pretty nice bounce here, almost up $4 from 180. And the video's still going. My contracts are just now kind of gaining some value. Yeah, yeah, I might need to do that. Did you make $40 KSI? Yeah, that was weird. I mean, like the stock moved higher from where I entered, but like the contracts are just losing value. So that was kind of out of my control. But yeah, but that's why we took that one really, really light. Mule, is he saying it's not the bottom? Or is Kramer saying it is the bottom? I think it's insane that a reverse Kramer like ETF outperforms his own fund. Yeah, where's TNT? She should be in here, I would guess. Here she is. Nice. Nvidia back into 105. Tesla just all that's like slow chop, guys. I mean, even like Amazon moved up slowly, but it took 20 minutes for it to get back up there. That's just gonna destroy these contracts that had all this super high IV. They're just crushing these contracts. I mean, that's why Nvidia that trade didn't work. I mean, I think on a normal day that would have been a 10% gain easily. Yeah, Sailor Brown, definitely. Now that is perfect, Mule. That's honestly really, really cool. On one of the worst days we've had in history. That means you're positioned beautifully. Has anyone used one of those racing simulators where like you have the monitors that like kind of go around you? You sit in a chair. I've seen your house, Farouk, and pictures you've seen. You're not homeless. You got fruit trees out there. You got a pool. I'm better than probably most people for sure. Also, VR. Yeah, I don't know if I like it much. I feel like it's something that you'd like for a few weeks or a month, and then you just like get tired of it. That makes sense, racer fan, or if you're a pro like this guy. Yeah. What 2020 NASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series champion. Dang. So I'm sure you have some sort of like setup in your house, huh? That's really cool. Yeah, let me see. I want to see a picture of it. One of my friends, one of my trader friends, um he bought one. He was like, dude, the steering wheel was $800. I was like, dude, unless you're like racer fan over here, that's crazy. Yeah, I think there was some guy, and now Nvidia contracts are 255. Dang it. Um, I think some guy was like really, really good at the sim racing, and then he got an actual job with, I don't know, NASCAR, or maybe it was like, I doubt it was F1, but that would be awesome for that's a nice spot. That might be it, yeah. That's awesome. Look at that. That is so cool. I did Sailor Brown. It was just from going from like Rebirth to Verdansk, it was so slow. But it was still fun. Kind of brought back to the first Warzone, you know. I want to try Arma. I know I've seen it everywhere. I gotta play it. Shoot, I'll buy it right now. It's on Steam. Let's see. Come on, Steam. Where are you? There we go. That's your boss. That's cool. Isn't there one like a new one, the Reforger? Yeah, Arma Reforger. Oh, it includes 3 games. So what? It includes Arma 3, I'm guessing. Yeah, I've seen this. This looks fun. Masters Week, y'all. We're ready for that. Yeah, no Tiger. Oh, really? You can mod it too? Well, considering sitting in class, wanting nothing to do with what you're having to listen to, Masters is fun to watch. And the school year is almost done. It's crazy, guys. I got like 4 weeks and then I'm done with college. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, it's weird. Like a business major, uh, Money Mayweather. I did mostly finance classes, and then just because the credits lined up, I switched to entrepreneurial leadership because it would give me other rather than just taking finance classes, I could take marketing, management, all that stuff. Thanks, Kenny Penny. Yeah. Um, yeah, seriously, I've spent more time arguing with the school than in class, it seems like. Yeah, I've been ready to be done since I started pretty much. I've had plenty of fun, don't get me wrong, but now that it's here, it's like, well, shoot, now life starts. Yeah, Fergie, that's true. Yeah, it seems like we're getting tired up here at the top on futures. The video didn't even continue a full dollar. Yeah. Farouk, yeah. We'll see. I just can't imagine being married anytime soon. But we'll see. We'll see who comes into my life. Yeah, Pookie, that's where I'm at the moment. But we'll see. Tatted goth girl with daddy issues. These videos of Arma look fun. It's like it's pretty open world, right? Yeah, isn't I heard the map is like ridiculously big. But what, you join one side or the other and then you just see if you can find the enemies? Kind of reminds me of PUBG. I loved PUBG. I did not play Super People. Duco, was it Tarkov? I was so excited to play that game and I quit in one day. Let's see here. Spy bounced right back up. Haven't dropped off yet. Tesla's right at 250. This thing may break right through that. Look how choppy Meta is, though, guys. If anyone was buying options on Meta today, they probably got smoked. Look at this chop. I mean, that's disgusting. Tarkov was insanely hard. Yeah, that's a good way to put it for sure. That sounds good. Quick drop here on a lot of things. Amazon had a big wick down. Yeah, I've heard of Daisy. Yeah, we may see a little bit later day reversal, but I'm probably gonna wrap things up here any minute, guys. Looks like Nvidia got back under 105. Tesla rejected pretty hard. Meta just sold off really hard. So be careful. But if there's any last minute questions or tickers, throw them at me. I'm gonna be sitting here studying for another quiz I got today, so I'll be watching. But yeah, just kind of another slow day for me. But honestly, guys, looking at the futures and looking at some of these stocks, it was to me it was a pretty hard day to make money unless you kind of traded reversals, I guess. Uh, be smart. This is really really hard to trade. So try to less is more. Honestly, right now, I know it's like coming into the end of the year. A bunch of projects are due. I swear I have a test like every week, but we're almost done. I feel like I should force myself to just kind of enjoy it at some point, but yeah, I was very light today. Thanks, Duco. Yeah, 100%, 100% Farouk. Yeah, I mean, I would do a game night with some of y'all if you ever wanted. Whatever you want to play. Teslas. Wow, man, this actually looks like it's would be a nice little pop here. Dang. Yeah. I don't know, whatever y'all want. I do video games, I do poker, I do blackjack, I do anything. Let's do it. Spin the bottle, yeah. It sounds like you win then, Nuki, right? Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm gonna go get the day started. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. I do have a free lesson tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time, so I hope to see a lot of y'all there. But yeah, that's about it, guys. The next stream today is going to be we got a Sad Boy stream at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then we got a PBUG meeting at 2 p.m. And then we got a bull spread trading live at 3 p.m. And then you got a stream with me at 7 p.m. Eastern. So y'all have, that's about it for me. Besides looking at my little baby picture. I gotta do. I think my pictures are coming up here any week. So yeah, I have no professional photos of me in my older age. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'm out. Bye-bye.